Thank you, Clayton. Yeah, Miramar. My God, wasn't there a comedian dragged behind a vehicle to his death for being a comedian in one of the Islamic countries? All the beatings and beheadings, and yet look what we're doing to ourselves here, lambasting the greatest democracy in the world with all our warts and bad breath. We're still light years ahead of these other totalitarian regimes.
But we don't have a democracy.
No, we don't.
That's right.
And I know this is going to sound egocentric, but any of you all who hear me speak will say, I'm a rather erudite fellow. Well, once upon a time in the United States, our public school system was the drop-dead envy of the world. You're listening to somebody who formally has a high school education and will stand toe-to-toe with any academic in the Western world. And what I don't know, I'll read. And I read about 8,000 pages a year, to the point that when I wake up, if I sleep too much on one side, I find certain chapters embedded in the pillow. No, but seriously, I'm not saying this about me, I'm saying it about the potential. I do not understand any nation that does not pride education other than the fear of being removed from the point of power, especially if power represents a level of greed. Because the fiduciary return of anyone with an education is threatening in the respect that a knowledgeable consumer is not going to buy crap, but a knowledgeable consumer will buy and voraciously buy. So I would personally assume that it is rather profitable to educate any nation to maximize its fullest potential. Be it for me, slavery continues. It's mind-boggling. It really is mind-boggling. Harry Truman may have been the only one who didn't have an extramarital affair. As far as the presidents of this country, maybe Jimmy Carter. Maybe. Gosh, I don't know. It's stunning. I mean, who would have thought that we would have devolved to a point of having only one party and we're not invited? But here it is, and I'm looking at fellows out here who stormed the ramparts, literally, figuratively, and metaphorically, put our leather to the street, and protested war in Indochina, and protested the wrongness of a blatant breach of civil rights, and took to the streets for women's rights. I mean, a lot of people bitch and moan, but if you squeak enough in the right direction, you will accomplish ultimately what you set out to do. You know, when you consider the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, which was so instrumentally important for leveling the playing field with those souls who were not white, women only got their rights in 1920. Was it the 19th Amendment? So, you gotta fight for what you truly believe in. And I'm a firm believer that revolution is an integral part of necessity as long as it's for the good of all.